Hey, what's going on, guys? OmahaBravo here. If you're not familiar with me, I make premier products to protect your IllumiDuty pickup, your Super Duty pickup, specifically focusing on protecting the tailgate and the tail lights. The next couple of videos that I'm going to put out, with this one being the first, are going to walk through, one, what's the problem with theft, right? Why are these items being stolen? Two, how are they getting access? How are they actually removing them from the truck, right? There's the normal way, but there's also a couple of little workarounds for getting things to manipulate things so that they can get them in a stock state to then be removed. So I'm going to show you that. And then I'm going to show you the products for each kind of individual manipulation. I'm going to show you the product that I make to protect against that manipulation. So stick around and I'll walk you through it. So the theft shouldn't come as any surprise as far as like why would they want to take them, right? The tailgate is, to replace that, you're looking at $3,000 to $5,000. For the tail lights, you're looking at roughly $1,800 a piece. And these tail lights have become very popular for being stolen because of their size versus how much they are worth. With the Bliss, even with some of the newer trucks, if you have Bliss but you got halogen lights, there's been a couple of reports of people having their taillights stolen, even though they're halogens. So that Bliss module will make them cost $800 to $900. With the LEDs, these right here, as they sit on my truck, if I had to replace those, $1,800 a piece. And so for $3,600, it's super simple to take those, and thieves can walk off with quite a bit of money. So that's money out of your pocket. But let's say that you have full coverage insurance, you have a very low deductible. There's been a couple of people online that have posted that said, hey, my deductible is cheaper than your entire kit. Why would I buy your kit? Well, there's two components to being able to buy something. One, you have to be able to afford it, right? That's $3,600 if they take both. $3,000 to $5,000 for the tailgate. Two, you have to be able to get the product. If you can give somebody your money, that's great, but they have to have the product. There have been, at times, 3 to 6 month lead times on the taillights. That puts your truck out of commission. So unless your truck is a overland rig or some other type of non-daily driver, you probably can't afford to have your truck be down 3 to 6 months while you wait on taillights. So let's jump into the discussion of how are they stealing stuff so that you guys can be aware. We already know that the theft is a problem. We know why they're stealing it. Let's talk about how they're getting access to it. So the elephant in the room is the taillights. To remove the taillights, you take out the two fasteners from stock. Those are 8 millimeters. You rotate this outward and then you pull it out. There's two studs right here that fit into plastic grommets. Pull that out, disconnect the connector, and now that taillight is free to walk off. To prevent them from being stolen, you want to prevent access from them getting to these fasteners. The best way to prevent that is to keep the tailgate in the upright position. So most of y'all run with the tailgate in the upright position. So when you leave your truck, hey, I locked my truck. I can't click the button and drop my tailgate, so I should be good, right? Not exactly. There's a couple of ways to work around a stock tailgate in order to drop it without having the fob anywhere near the truck or without the truck being unlocked. Actually, two ways to be able to drop this tailgate without hitting a button that actuates it through the electrical circuit. First is unlatching it here. I'll talk through that in a bit though. What I want to jump to is the cover panel. This hole on the newer trucks is not as large, so it's not as prevalent of a problem, as big of a problem as it is on the 17 to 22, so I'm going to skip over it for right now. So the cover panel, both this main panel and for y'all that have a 23 and newer truck that have this smaller panel, they both utilize a number 8 sheet metal screw. It uses a T25 bit. If you're familiar or not familiar, a T25 bit also drives these wood screws that you can buy at pretty much any hardware store. So if you can find the bits at the hardware store, that means the thieves can too. And that means the thieves can remove the fasteners to the cover panel. But why is that a problem? If thieves can remove the cover panel, they can get access to the internals. if they can get access to the internals, well, guess what? If your tailgate is latched, they can unlatch it. And by the way, this armature connects in the middle, connects to this, which is what actually drives it when you hit the button. Well, it's connected to the other one. So if you pull on this hard enough, you'll unlatch the other one. So they only need to remove 2 fasteners in order to drop your tailgate. So that's the importance behind replacing these. And we make something to do that. We make the CoverGuard. The CoverGuard is a proprietary screw that uses a proprietary bit that you will not find in Amazon. You will not find at Home Depot or Ace Hardware, which makes it very difficult to get a hold of. And so using this proprietary fastener, which is not a Torx, by the way, not a security Torx. So by replacing all of these fasteners, you prevent a thief from being able to easily get underneath this cover panel to drop your tailgate, which helps protect the fasteners on your taillights, which ultimately helps protect your taillights. One thing I do want to mention as well is if you look at the shape of the fasteners that we provide, the CoverGuard, they are a truss head. So even if you're thinking, hey, I'm going to take a pair of pliers, you could with a stock fastener, but it is going to be much more difficult with the CoverGuard fasteners due to the design of the head. So guys, we offer these in 8. So it comes with 8 fasteners, 8 washers, and a bit to replace the main panel. For y'all 23 and up guys, we offer the extra fasteners so that you can buy 4 extra fasteners and 4 extra washers to replace the 4 that are on this cover panel for your auto close tailgate. Stay tuned. The next video, I'm going to be talking about the tail guard and how thieves are able to manipulate that latch. Guys, look us up, OmahaBravoDesigns.com. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. Check us out.